Hello vlog, welcome back. Tyler and I are back in Michigan. It feels so weird. I'm like back from, or I haven't like vlogged in a while and it feels so weird to like vlog again, but I love it. I missed it. I missed you guys. And tonight it's actually New Year's Eve. So Tyler and I, we're actually going to go out tonight with one of his friends, his childhood friends, and we're gonna go to downtown Grand Rapids and we're gonna see the ball drop. And I'm not actually really even sure what we're gonna do down there, but his friends like more so have the plans. But right now, Tyler and I just got, we just got some sushi and some like noodles and really good food, and we put on the office. So we're gonna eat before we go out, and then yeah, stay tuned. But yeah, I missed you guys. I feel like it's been a long time. I took like a full week off of vlogging, so it's been like, yeah, the last time I vlogged was like in Arizona, which is crazy. We've been back like almost a whole week. So yeah, it feels good to be back into like a good routine, but I also miss my family. I miss the sunshine. I miss the warm weather. I miss Arizona. Okay, this is the situation for dinner tonight. This looks so good. And then here's the sushi. Oh, looks so good. And then we have miso soup in here. So very excited to eat this tonight. What's Dad doing? Are you guys snuggling? Are you trying to bite Dad?
No bite. 8.
We're on a little bit of a time crunch. We need to leave in like half an hour. And I really kind of wanted to go all out with my outfit. I actually have some inspo. I'll put it right here. But Hailey Bieber is basically the inspo. She recently posted a picture in like this white little dress. And with like heels and like, not leggings, but what are they called? Tights. And like a bow, and I thought that would be really fun for New Year's, and I got these really cute shoes from DSW. They're like Mary Jane heels basically. Also, look at this zit that appeared like a few days ago. I don't even know if it's a zit, like it looks like a cyst at this point. Like it's so massive, and it's like under the skin, you know, so it's like I can't even like pop it or do anything about it. But it's crazy how like your acne comes back when you're in your 20s. Like I thought it just went away after high school, but I guess it doesn't. And this happened to both of my sisters and a lot of people that are my age now, that had acne when they were in high school. But yeah, I'm excited. I've never, to be honest with you guys, I've never really gone out for New Year's. So this should be a lot of fun. I honestly really enjoy staying in for New Year's and like ordering takeout, like doing like at-home fireworks. Like that's what my family would do growing up, and like we would all like sit and watch the ball drop from like on the TV, and I don't know, it was just really fun. Like we really liked doing that, and I've really like only ever stayed in. But one of Tyler's good childhood friends and his wife are in town, and they were like, hey, do you guys like want to go out for New Year's? So we're gonna go with them to downtown Grand Rapids, which I'm honestly really excited for. But I just really, I don't know, I don't know why, but I never like enjoyed going out for New Year's. I never like super got invited to anything either, because my friends weren't really into like going out or anything like that for New Year's. Also, this foundation is like way darker than my skin tone right now. I'm so pale, but I accidentally got the wrong one, and I'm like, it's just too late. We just need to work with it somehow now. So that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, I've never really gone out before for New Year, so it should be fun. I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm just praying that, you know, everyone is safe and responsible with, you know, just parties and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see Tyler's friends. And then I actually made myself a coffee because I'm so tired, and I just know I'm gonna need a coffee to stay up all the way till midnight, which I think we're gonna do. But yeah, it should be a good time. I had such a good Christmas. It was so nice to go to Arizona. Like it felt so good to just be like back with my family. I just love them so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed the vlogs with them too. They're so funny. They genuinely crack me up, and like being all together just is a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed being back home with them. And then yeah, we've just been back in Michigan. To be honest, it's kind of been a weird week. Like, I don't know, the week before, like in between Christmas and New Year's is always just a weird week for me. I don't know why. Like, it just feels like off. But, so like since we've been back, it's just kind of been like a rough, like, I don't know, since we've been back to Michigan, it's just been kind of hard to be back, and like weird things have just been happening. Like, there was an incident with Bronco and like kind of a health scare, but he ended up being completely fine, so I'm really happy with that. And then like one of our family members passed away on Tyler's side, and then just family drama has been happening, so it's just been like kind of a weird week back. But overall, like, I've just been, because whenever I come back from Arizona, like I do get a little bit depressed because I'm just like, I feel so far from my family, and I'm like, oh, like I'm just miss them a lot. And it's kind of like coming off a big high, like Christmas, it's my favorite time of the year. And like, I just get a little bit like depressed and sad. And it's very, very dark and gloomy here at this time of year. And it probably will be for another couple of months. So there's just, I've just been kind of getting into a little bit of a funk. But I've tried to, I'm like, you know what? I really want to avoid getting in a funk, and I want to make the most out of the couple months we have left here, because we're actually, I think we're going to be moving pretty soon, so that's very exciting. But I've just been like, okay, I really want to like, get myself out of this weird like funk that I've been in. So I've really, like, the past couple of days, I've put like a ton of effort into like what I want 2024 to look like, and just making resolutions, like making like mood boards and like inspo. And then Tyler and I both are hoping for like a really big career change, and then we're also hoping to move this year. So it's just gonna be like a really fun year, and I'm trying to like make myself like look forward to that. And like, obviously, like, I'm gonna like, oh my gosh, I put way too much. I put way too much on. Hold on. Okay, this is starting to look a little better. I put like a little bit more concealer on to like try to even that out. Anyways, avoided that disaster. To be honest, so I ran out of my contacts, and I haven't been able to like get a new prescription. So I really can't see all that well. So I have no idea if my makeup looks good or not. Probably does not, but I don't really care at this point. We just gotta get going. But yeah, I'm just like trying to like look forward to this year. Like, we have so many exciting new things happening, and like my family has a lot of exciting things coming up as well, and like trips and stuff this year. And so I'm just trying to like really look forward to it, and just make this year a great year. And I really want to like, I think I'll go more into this tomorrow and make like a more in-depth video about this, but I have quite a bit of like fun goals. And actually, like, Tyler and I yesterday went to a coffee shop, and like we wrote down all our goals for this year. And we wrote down, like, I wrote down my personal goals, spiritual goals, and like professional goals, and Tyler did the same thing. And then we did like a joint one, like for me and Tyler, like our marriage goals and like our professional goals together, like financial goals and all of that. And like, I don't know, something about that like felt so good, and it made me kind of like get out of my little funk. And I don't know, I just really loved doing that. I feel like it was like great for us. It was a good time, and like we sat afterwards at the coffee shop and like prayed about them and like gave them up to the Lord, and like really put them at his feet with this year. And so I don't know, I'm just like really hopeful for this year. I think it's going to be a really fun year. And I'm just really excited, but I'll go more into that in a different, like on a different day, just showing you more so like my goals. And then on top of that, Tyler didn't do this, but I decided to add like daily habits that I want to start implementing this year. Like, just everyday habits that like I really want to start doing, like waking up earlier, like drinking lemon water every day, doing more, figuring out what supplements I need, and just things like that like every day are gonna help my like overall like physical, mental, and like spiritual health, like doing devos every day. So I don't know, I'm wrote a list of those. And then I've seen this on TikTok, which I loved it. I love this trend. I loved seeing everyone's like version of the trend, but it's the ins and outs of the year. So like for example, in would be like saving money, or like out would be like mindless scrolling, or like I'm trying to think of more, like in good posture. Like it could be as simple as that, or like I don't know, just, and I thought it was really fun, so I also made a version of that, which I think I'll share with you guys. I don't know if I'll share all of like Tyler's and I's goals, because those are just a little bit too personal, but I think I'll definitely share the ins and outs, because I thought that was like a really fun trend. And I'll share with you like daily habits that I really want to start implementing. And I already do like a lot of them, but I want to get even more like intentional with it. And I feel like I'm not as like super consistent, but I don't know, like I'm just excited to start the new year. I feel like it's refreshing. It feels good. Like it feels good to restart and like just, I don't know. I kind of like New Year's actually a lot. I used to not like it at all, but the past couple of years I've really been enjoying New Year's, and I felt that way this year. I like it. Definitely planning for the New Year's like got me out of my funk, and it's actually making me really excited. Okay guys, we are ready for going to downtown Grand Rapids. This is the fit for tonight. I have this white little silk dress that's actually, it's from Princess Polly. And then I did a little bow in my hair, and I did like a half up, half down. And then I'm wearing these tights, and then these like fun, cute Mary Jane. Hi, Bronco. Oh my goodness. Earrings, these like little heart earrings from Amazon that Tyler got me for Christmas. But I really like it. I think it actually looks a lot like Hailey Bieber's like look. Maybe a little different, but we are all ready to go. I actually made myself a coffee because yeah, I need to rally tonight. I'm feeling very, very exhausted. Are you?
Yeah.
I know. We're just like, we are like wait, let me turn this light on. We're like the type of people that we like to stay like in at night. Like we're not night people at all. Like we're morning people, I would say. Like we're big morning people.
Not this week, but yeah.
Like night people, we're not night people at all. But Tyler has a really cute fit on, and then I have a cute fit, but he said like, Tyler thinks like people are probably not going to be dressed up, so I feel a little bit, I feel a little bit overdressed
there's going to be some people.
I know, but in my time of living in Michigan, I have come to realize that people don't get dressed up for things like that. But I was like, you know, it's New Year's. I feel like you have to have fun.
You're not entirely doubting me when I say.
I know. No, I'm not. I know. I feel like no one's gonna be dressed up, but I do feel like I'm like, you know what? It's New Year's. Like you have to dress up and wear something like really fun and like festive and like kind of like it's a fancier holiday. I think it is, at least like in my book. Like I always feel like people are wearing like really crazy sparkly dresses and like really out there stuff. So yeah, we need to rally tonight. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today is actually January 2nd. And I just wanted to get into just 2024 goals and the ins and outs of this year and just habits that I want to create this year. I'm actually really excited about this year, and it's because I think I intentionally set aside time to make these goals and habits and like the ins and outs of the year. And honestly, I'm just so excited. And to be honest with you guys, last week, like the in-between week of Christmas and New Year's, I was feeling pretty bummed out, and I always kind of do. I just get a little bit like depressed because it's usually like I spend so much time with my family. I'm on like such a high, and I like, you know, I'm in Arizona, which I love being in Arizona, and so it's just like hard to come back to reality after a week like that. And especially like we came back to Michigan where it's very cold and dark and like a little bit, no, just not a little bit, but like really, really gloomy every day. And so it's just hard not to get like seasonal depression and just be kind of bummed out and in a funk. And I really was last week. But I was like, you know what, this year I don't want to be in a funk when I get back. I always like have a miserable January, I feel like, and I want to like embrace it and like lean into it and be excited and see it as a new fresh beginning. So I sat down, when was it, like the 30th or 31st of December, and I wrote down just all my goals that I want. I split them up into personal, spiritual, and professional goals. And I wrote them all down for this year, and Tyler did it as well. And then we did some for like our own personal family, like me and Tyler's family, and we prayed over them, and it just felt so inspiring and so good. And later that night that we did that, I actually came home and I put it all in an app called Notion, and I made a Pinterest board to go along with it and just like pinned all these different things that were inspiring me and that were along the lines of my goals for this year. I'll like link a little scrolly thing right now, but it was just really inspiring and it got me so motivated and it truly got me out of that funk. And I recommend anyone that's feeling that way to do this, because now I'm just so excited for 2024. I'm leaving the past in the past and I'm moving forward, and I don't know, it just felt really good and inspiring, and I definitely am so happy I did that. Along those lines, I also added a list of habits that I want to implement for this year. And so that was really fun to make. And then on top of that, I actually made an ins and outs list. I've seen it all over TikTok and YouTube, and I think it's so fun, but also so like, it's funny because it's funny, but it's also kind of deep as well. And so I just thought that list was so fun. I can't get enough of watching other people, so I wanted to make my own version of it. But yeah, let's get into so I'm probably not going to share my personal goals for this year just because it is very personal to me, and I'm not sure if I want to be sharing that all over the internet. But I definitely want to get into the habits that I want to implement this year, and let's get into those right now. We need to take a quick little coffee break right now. Okay, let's get into our habits. So the first habit I really want to implement this year is waking up before 7 a.m. every day. This one is tricky because it is hard to do that, but I just noticed that the days I wake up before 7 and I'm up and moving and ready to go, I just have the best days and the best energy as well. I notice I don't need a nap. I notice that I'm just way more productive. I get so much more done, and I just always feel so like off when I sleep in past 7 a.m. And I know that's like really, really early, and even like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. would even be good, but I notice when it's past 7 a.m. I just feel like ugh, and like just like not productive. I feel slow. I'm like moving slow. I can't like get in a good headspace. So that's the first habit that I need to get into. The next habit that we're gonna get into this 2024 is tongue scraping, and just in general oral health. But I really, I'm kind of late to the game on this one, but tongue scraping, I feel like is so good, and I've heard amazing things about it. I heard that you almost become addicted to it because it just feels amazing, and you're getting rid of that gross bacteria, and that's one thing that I just definitely need to start implementing. The next one is drinking lemon water every single day. So I actually do this, I've been doing this for 2 months now, and it has been so good. I feel like my skin has become clearer. I feel more hydrated. I feel like I am less likely to get sick. Like I haven't gotten as sick since I started doing that. And so what I do is after I brush my teeth and everything, I go and first thing just drink a glass full of water and then like squirt lemon in it. And it just, I don't know, it's just been so good. And I feel like my sinuses are like more clear, and yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that. This next one is kind of a big one for me, and it is taking supplements every single day and just my vitamins and just being into my general health overall. That's a big like actual personal goal for me this year, is just to like focus on like my gut health and my overall health and making sure that I'm getting all the right nutrients that I need every day. I feel like I've never prioritized that before, and I've always wanted to, and it's honestly just out of pure laziness. Like I could have done it a long time ago, but I was just like, I don't care that much. But now I'm like, you know what, I actually care. I'm like 25 years old. I want to start caring about those things. So that's like a big goal for me. And so my habit would be to be taking supplements every day. Okay, the next habit that I'm gonna be getting into is eating a high protein breakfast every day, including eggs, yogurt, sausage, all of that. I feel like I just feel so much better when I eat a full and healthy breakfast that's full of protein. I feel like I have more energy, and so that's a big habit that I want to get into. Next habit that I have already been into and I've already done is just doing daily devotionals, and I actually want to get through 3 books of the Bible this year, and I read pretty slow, so I think I could probably do 3 without rushing. So that's one thing that I want to like keep doing. It just changes my whole day when I read the Bible, to be honest. Like I will have the worst day and I'm like, why am I having such a bad day? I look back and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't spend time with Jesus today, so that's probably why I'm having a tougher day than normal. This next one, it's not like so much of a habit, it's more of like just a lifestyle, but I want to be into like looking put together every single day. I feel like there's a lot of days where I just get lazy and I look just so sloppy, and I feel like I walk around feeling it's like way more insecure when I like look sloppy. I don't like my outfit, or I don't like my hair, or how my makeup looks, and I just want to be looking put together, even if I don't like, not saying I have to wear makeup every day, but just like making sure like at least my hair and like my outfit are looking decent, or even if I have like, if I'm wanting to feel comfortable, like having a cute loungewear set instead of just like, you know, like basketball shorts and like middle school like t-shirts and stuff. So that's like a big thing that I really want to focus on, is just being put together. The next one is, I've already been in the habit of this, but just continuing this habit is to actually weight train 5 times a week. Weight training has truly changed my life, you guys. Tyler got me into it in college and it has changed the quality of my life. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I feel so strong. I feel so much more, like I have so much more energy. And I used to have like really bad joint pain all the time. And now I really just feel I don't have joint pain anymore. I can get through just normal activities without feeling pain anymore because I'm just that much stronger. And so weight training has truly changed my life. I recommend it to anyone. It is the best thing ever. Along with that line, the next habit I want to be into is doing cardio, focusing on my cardiovascular system, like at least like 2 to 3 times a week, whether that be classes or going on runs or like hikes or walks, like intense walks. I want to be like raising my heart rate. To be honest, I haven't really done a whole lot of cardio since I was done playing college soccer, because college soccer, like all we would do is train cardio, which is like great, but it honestly put a lot of stress on my joints and bones, and I was getting hurt a lot. So I just kind of took a break from cardio the past like 2 years. But this year I want to get back into it and just doing it in a healthy amount though, because college soccer, it was like we were running ourselves to the ground, like miles and miles every single day, like the craziest workouts. So I want to be into, you know, just like a milder version of that, like a way milder version, like a normal person version of cardio, because it is like so good for you to get your heart rate moving and up. This next habit I've already kind of been doing, but I want to be better about it, is only scrolling on my phone between the hours of 12 p.m. so noon to 8. Just only allowing myself to scroll during those hours, because I just feel so much more clear-minded when I'm not on my phone in the morning, and so I don't even want to touch it until like noon. So I don't consider podcasts or YouTube as scrolling, but much more like TikTok and Instagram and all that. That's like scrolling to me. So I want to only allow myself to do it between the hours of noon and 8, just because I want to go to bed clear-minded and I want to wake up clear-minded. I don't want to get on first thing, start scrolling, and just not enjoying and living my own life, instead just like looking at other people's lives. So that's like a big one for me, is I definitely want to be just mindful about scrolling only between those hours. I think that's a great one. And ever since I've been doing this, I've loosely been doing it, but ever since I have, I've noticed a huge difference in like my mental health, to be honest with you. The next habit that I really need to get into is I want to read 10 pages of a book every night before bed. I feel like reading is such a good way to unwind, and I don't read and I want to get into it. So I want a good hardback book, and I want it to be like a rom-com vibe, like a wholesome rom-com. And just something light and fun that I don't have to think too deeply about before going to bed. Along the lines of going to bed, I want to get into the habit of getting to bed before 9 o'clock every single night, or at least in bed by 9. That I feel so good when I'm in bed by 9, and I feel like I get a good night's rest. I feel so well rested when I go to bed early. So that is a big habit that I need to implement. This is my last habit that I have on my list, but it is walking 10K steps a day. I tried to do this like back in like September, October, and I really fell off in November because it's just, you know, it's cozy season. You don't want to go out. It's cold. So that is a big habit I want to get back into, and just in general, just moving my body more and just being more active and getting those steps in. It is so good to be moving your body every single day. Okay, now it's time to get into the ins and outs of 2024. I love this one. I don't know why. I love this trend. I'm like addicted to watching other people's versions of this. I think it's so fun. It's funny, but it's also really good, and it keeps like those ins and outs in mind throughout the year. So let's get into my ins and outs. First, we're gonna go into the ins. Okay, my first in for 2024 is kind of a funny one, but it's actually good posture. This has been a lifelong battle for me. I don't know why, but I think it's just genetically, like my dad's side of the family has really bad posture and back muscles. So this is a big one for me this year that I want to finally fix. It's been a year, or not a year, it's been a lifelong battle for me to have good posture, and it just like looks so much better. You look so much more confident and like poised when you have good posture. So this is the year that I'm finally going to get that good posture. The second in is Pinterest. Pinterest is elite. It is the best app there ever was. It's so inspiring, it's so creative, it's not toxic, it's just like beautiful and inspiring, and I feel so refreshed when I go on there and just motivated and inspired, and a lot of apps don't do that for me. A lot of apps are very draining for me, so Pinterest is one of the apps that aren't. Along the lines of that, the next in is YouTube. YouTube is another Pinterest for me. Pinterest is elite though, it is like top level, but YouTube is a close second. It is one of those apps that are just refreshing for me, and I feel inspired, I feel motivated, I feel just excited for life. Okay, the next in that I have is actually, it's shorter hair. My hair is very long, and I think this is the year where I finally need to start cutting it. And I actually want to do like medium length hair and just face framing layers and just making it look more put together. I feel like long hair, especially like my hair, like can tend to grow out really like ratty almost, and just like lots of split ends. And I want to just embrace having shorter hair. I think it looks so good on other girls, and I think it even makes you look like a little bit more mature and put together. And so that is one thing that I really is going to be a big in for me this year, and I actually even have an appointment scheduled for next week to get my hair cut, so stay tuned for that. Okay, the next in for me is a fun one, and I kind of got a little bit into this. I dabbled into this past year, but having matching PJs, I for the longest time like fought this one for whatever reason, because I didn't think matching PJs were that comfortable, which some aren't. You have to get like comfortable ones, and I just would wear like basketball shorts and like these old t-shirts that I had for years, like soccer t-shirts that I had like since middle school, and no more of that. We need to be looking put together when we wake up every morning feeling like a princess. I want to have matching PJs. I feel so good when I'm wearing them. I feel cute going to bed. I feel cute waking up. I don't feel like a gremlin when I'm waking up and Tyler's saying bye to me for work. So matching PJs is a big in this year. Next in is saving money. We are saving money this year. We're not going to be overspending. We're not going to be influenced. We're going to save our money this year. I don't need to have every new thing that comes out, and it feels good. I always have buyer's regret. I always just never feel good when I overspend. So saving money is a big in. My next one is a timeless wardrobe. This kind of even goes along the lines of saving money. I am gonna have a timeless wardrobe this year. I want to invest in quality basics and quality pieces so that I'm not buying every little trendy thing that comes out. I just wanna wear, you know, good basics that I can put together with different outfits and I can style differently every single day. I don't wanna feel like I have to buy a new outfit for every single event. So that is a big one that I want to achieve this year. A big in is just a timeless wardrobe. We're not doing just any old trend anymore. We're getting a timeless wardrobe that will last me for years. The next in is actually very convenient. It is making an at-home coffee every day. I've actually gotten really into this the month of December, and I feel like in my Vlogmas I was making like a lot of at-home coffees, but honestly they taste better than the ones at Starbucks or any other like coffee shop. They taste so much better and they're so good, and you can be creative, and it's a fun way to like look forward to, you know, your day, your morning. I always look forward to my morning coffee, and even sometimes I'll do a little afternoon coffee like today where I'm not feeling as energized. So making an at-home coffee, it's just the best. And that is a big in this year. This next one is like such a funny one, but it is puzzles. Puzzles are having a moment. They are so relaxing and so fun. We did them in Arizona. We did a big puzzle and oh, it was just so much fun. It like stimulated my brain. It was refreshing. I felt like it's just such a good alternative to scrolling on social media. So puzzles are a big in this year. We've got to do them. They're so fun, and you can get like different like holiday puzzles, different like, you know, you could do a Valentine's Day puzzle because that's coming up, or like a spring puzzle, or even like the Eiffel Tower. But Anthropology actually has really cute puzzles that my sister Isabel actually sent me. And I think either this week or next week I'm gonna try to buy like a big puzzle table so I can like make the really big like 1,000-piece ones. But puzzles, I just love them. They're the best. This next one is actually just like it's always been in, but it's drinking water is a big in this year. I feel like I just don't drink enough water, and so that's gonna be a big in. You don't really have to say any more than that. It's always been in, it will always be in. It's one simple thing that you can do for your health is to just stay hydrated, and I don't do it. I don't know why, but I need to start doing it. It's like the easiest thing you can do for your health. The next one is tidying before bed. Just in general, the word tidy is in. I feel so much better when I wake up in the morning and my space is tidy and clean. It doesn't need to be a deep clean or a deep reset, just a little tidy every night before bed. So you wake up in the morning just feeling refreshed, and yeah. Next in is dairy. Not dairy, actually, we're gonna be dairy girls this year, but specifically whole milk is in. Whole milk is in. I don't know why it was ever out. I felt like a few years ago, like I was almost ashamed to like ask for whole milk in my lattes or like my coffee or something. I feel like people would shame you for like not getting like almond milk or oat milk or something like that. But you know what? Whole milk is in. Who cares? Unless you're lactose intolerant or like literally allergic to it. Whole milk is just gonna be in. It's always in. It's always been cool. I don't know why it was ever out. So, whole milk. Okay, now we're gonna end off with the last in, which is surrender. And it sounds like a cheesy, like Christian word saying, but like truly just surrendering every situation and every person in your life and just your entire life up to God. I think that's a good in to end off on. He knows what's best for me. My life is in His hands. He is a good God, and I'm just gonna surrender everything to Him. I'm not gonna be controlling everything or trying to manipulate situations to come out my way. I'm just gonna be surrendered to God's way. So that's a great end to end off of. Let's get into the outs. Okay, the first out of 2024 is mindless scrolling. It just wastes my time to be on my phone, just feeding myself garbage basically. So mindless scrolling is a big out for this year. We're not gonna be doing it. We're gonna fill our time with more valuable things. Overspending is out this year. Overspending, you know what, it should always be out. I hate feeling like I overspent on something that I didn't even need, or didn't even like want with my whole self, you know. I just overspending, it's just like gotten to be such a bad habit of mine, and I want to nip it in the bud this year. And especially it's like, it's not only affecting me now, it's affecting my family. So not to deep it that much, but you know, just overspending, it never feels good. It never feels good. And if it's not 100% yes to buying something, if I don't have a full body yes, then I'm not gonna spend my money on it. Okay, this next one is a good one. It is excessive sugar intake. I have always struggled with this. I have such a big sweet tooth, and this year I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna intake sugar just because I'm craving it or I'm having a bad day. And I think a little bit in moderation is fine. I think anything a little bit in moderation is fine, but I have way too much of it during my days and like during the week, you know, so I'm trying to limit myself to maybe like 2 like fun desserts per month, or like once a week or something, get a little treat or something. But yeah, excess sugar is an out this year. It makes me feel bloated and I break out, and it honestly makes me feel moody. So we're getting rid of excess sugar. Gossip is out. It honestly should always be out. It is so toxic. It's not fun. It brings the mood down. So we're gonna be mindful of just not gossiping this year. And I think I will be able to like build up healthier relationships because of this, and healthier friendships. And yeah, next out is caring about others' opinions. I just tend to overthink and care way too much about what people think of me, and have that on the back of my mind, and it affects the way I act, it affects the way I talk. And this year I just don't want to care about what other people have to think or say about me, and I just want to do me. Obviously, like, I want to be careful of like hurting others, and caring about others' opinions isn't out this year. This next one may be a bit of a controversial one, but Instagram is out. I'm sorry, but it's just become so like toxic for me at least, and I don't enjoy it. I feel so drained every time I go on Instagram. I'm like comparing my life to others, my looks, everything, my relationships, and I actually made the decision to delete the app from my phone for the whole month of January, and I'm just gonna keep going with it. If I still feel great and I feel like I don't need it, then we're gonna keep going with it, and we're gonna keep having it deleted off my phone until I feel good about re-downloading it. But it's just a toxic space, and I just don't like it. It's so draining. So Instagram, you are out this year. I've actually had it off my phone for about 2 days now, and it has been the best. Honestly, I don't miss it. I don't feel like I'm missing out, and Instagram is gone. Some of you may not like this one, but for me personally, sleeping in is out. I feel like garbage every time I sleep in. That's all I have to say. Complaining. That's a big out this year. I feel like this past year, like 2023, I kind of allowed myself to complain a little bit more, and it never adds to my life. It only takes away, and it makes me feel down and in a bad mood. So complaining is gonna be a big out this year. Okay, next out is being mean to myself. I feel like the way I talk about myself and treat myself is just a reflection of how I let others treat me, you know? And so I just want to be mindful of like talking to myself positively, and talking to myself and being just kind to myself, and not saying, I feel like sometimes when I get in a bad headspace, I just like tear myself apart, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that struggles with this. And if you do struggle with this, you're not alone, but talking to myself kindly is in, being mean to myself is out. Okay, a big out for me too is, okay, the last out of 2024, it goes along with one of my ins, is milk alternatives. They're disgusting. They're full of disgusting ingredients, and I can't seem to ever find a good one. And so milk alternatives are just gonna be gone. Oat milk, almond milk, all of it, gone. Done. I hope you guys feel so inspired for 2024. It's gonna be a great year, good vibes, a good time. I'm so excited. I hope you feel just as motivated as I do, and just know that I am cheering you on. And yeah, it's gonna be a great year. Thank you so much for listening to my ins and outs, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.